She needs an enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Caitlin Clark spent her rookie season getting slammed, shoved, and swiped at by defenders who clearly mistook defense for WWE tryouts. But guess what? That era of open season on Caitlin Clark is officially over. The Indiana Fever have just upgraded. From a developing roster to you mess with our star, you better bring ice packs. The days of cheap shots are done because the Indiana Fever just hired enforcers in sneakers.
I feel like I'm getting hammered.
Say hello to the new Fever recruits. Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, Brianna Turner, and Dana Bonner. These four aren't just experienced vets. They're physically fearless and fully ready to throw their weight around if anyone so much as breathes too hard on Clark Angel. Ree Kennedy, Carter, Asia, Wilson, DJ, Jane Carrington. Yeah, you all might want to rethink those hard fouls because now you're not just messing with Caitlin. You're going to have to go through the enforcer squad.
She needs an enforcer. And if it ain't going to be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakley? Doesn't her team have like a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs like a goon on her team, because when your star player that's bringing so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
This wasn't just about adding talent. It was a message the Fever aren't content with competing. They're gunning for dominance, and they're doing it while making sure their franchise player doesn't have to eat the hardwood every time she crosses. Half-court Clark's haters have officially been put on notice.
But sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way. Every good player, every good team that is a super duper star. Most of the time have enforcer type player.
Let's rewind and remember what the start of Caitlin Clark's WNBA journey really looked like. She stepped onto the court with the weight of the league's future on her back and delivered fireworks. But instead of being embraced, she got body checked. Like she owed someone money instead of basketball. It looked like some players signed up for a hockey league.
A hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down.
And make no mistake, this wasn't just rookie treatment. The level of physicality Clark faced bordered on targeted harassment game after game. She took elbows to the ribs and arms across the neck and hips that somehow accidentally sent her flying. It didn't take long before the numbers confirmed what we already suspected. 17% of all flagrant fouls in the league were committed against Caitlin Clark. That's not a stat line, that's a flashing neon sign saying, "We're coming for you."
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
Now let's talk villains. The Chicago Sky went full heel turn, delivering 80% of those flagrant fouls against Clark. Coincidence, please? That's not defense, that's a mission to intimidate, rattle, and break her, and who led the charge? Angel Ree, of course, who proudly turned hard fouls into highlight reels. Ree straight up laid Clark out on a drive that left fans gasping, commentators squirming, and Clark, she got up, adjusted her ponytail, and calmly drained a three. The next play, that's cold, go, 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 go. Clark hammer, then came Kennedy Carter, who decided to turn a dead ball into a full-on shoulder check. The cameras caught it, fans lost it. And Clark, once again, no complaints, no drama. Just the calm, cold focus of someone who's used to being the target and still torching defenses.
Clark, hammer.
Then came Kennedy Carter, who decided to turn a dead ball into a full-on shoulder check. The cameras caught it, fans lost it, and Clark, once again, no complaints. No drama, just the calm, cold focus of someone who's used to being the target and still torching defenses.
And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
And DJ Jane Carrington. Let's just say she's never met a hard foul. She didn't like the list of players trying to knock Clark off her game is long, but that list is about to meet its match. Remember when she denied even poking Clark in the eye?
When you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
Because the Fever weren't about to let their generational superstar carry that burden alone. Again, so what did they do? They built a wall. A wall named Natasha, Sophie, Brianna, and Dana.
It's going to be Caitlin Clark Flash Show. So it's going to be phenomenal playing with a point guard, like you said, that have a good vision on the court, because that's like as soon as she get the ball in her hand, she's throwing it up because she already see the person down the court before she even get the ball in her hand. So that's one thing I love about her vision on the court. I really can't wait to catch all those passes and give her all the assists that she needs.
Let's start with Natasha Howard, the head of defense in this new Indiana regime. She's not just experienced, she's a 3-time WNBA champion and former Defensive Player of the Year. She's played with legends, guarded MVPs, and never backs down. She's the type of player who makes opponents think twice before trying anything shady the minute she steps on the floor next to Clark. It's a whole new atmosphere, that extra shove from Carrington, that blindside screen from Wilson, not happening with Natasha in the building.
The signing of Natasha Howard represents a massive step forward for the Indiana Fever and their quest for a championship. In Howard, the Fever gain a 3-time WNBA champion, a Defensive Player of the Year, an All-Star, and a veteran with more than 300 games played.
Howard doesn't do subtle. She sends messages with blocks boards and the kind of mean mug that makes even the boldest forwards take a step back. She's here to anchor the defense and deliver a simple warning to anyone with dirty fouls on their mind. Try it. We dare you.
All of that, and we haven't yet touched upon what Howard does best: defend. Howard was named Defensive Player of the Year in 2019 and has finished in the top 10 of the Defensive Player of the Year voting 3 times in her career. Howard has averaged at least 1 block and 1 steal per game in each of her last 7 seasons. And that versatility is really what makes her a weapon on defense.
Last season, Caitlin Clark took hit after hit. Literally, defenders targeted her with reckless abandon, thinking they could push her around without facing any real consequences. But now that fantasy is officially dead, the Indiana Fever went out and got serious muscle this offseason. Howard's arrival immediately changes everything. No more hard fouls without pushback. No more flagrant shots going unanswered now. When Clark steps onto the court, she's got a certified enforcer next to her, a champion, a defensive powerhouse, and someone who demands respect the moment she checks in. It's a whole new ball game.
Last season, with a minimum of 25 games played, Natasha Howard was one of just 13 players to average 18 points per game. She was one of 16 players to average 7 rebounds per game. And the list of players to average both 18 and 7 last year, short and elite: Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, Brittany Griner, and yes, Natasha Howard.